Good evening, good evening. I am like so ready to share this. So ready to share this. I'm just gonna wait for a bit, folks, to get on. Just a little bit. Ooh, too hot. Let's see. Nope. No idea. But I'm gonna just wait for just a second. Just a second. I'm so hyped to tell about or explain part 3 of God Provides. So hopefully y'all have been, how you doing, Miss Cassandra? Hopefully y'all have been watching part 1 and part 2, which if you haven't, then after this video, go back and watch part 1 and part 2, which will make sense for part 3. Either way, it's still going to be awesome testimony because it goes along with faith and just moving when you know it's God, but at the same time, you're just like, is it really God? I'm not exactly sure and everything. So definitely share it on your timeline, share it in your groups that you're in, especially if it has anything to do with faith. If you know somebody that is struggling with their faith right now and their walk, share it with them. Just share, like with whoever. Just share. Because this is part 3, and part 4 will probably happen sometime next week. I'm not exactly sure when, but sometime next week after everything has finished and everything, that's when part 4 will start up. So wait a few more minutes, maybe about a minute or so, for more folks to get on, because I do not want to start this without everybody that can to get up here. So to continue to share. Like I said, with anybody who needs help on faith, who needs help, who love testimonies, just share. Because this is part 3. That means God has been moving in part 1 and part 2. And he's about to blow your minds in this part 3 and blow your minds even more next week when I come back to do part 4. Alright, so the last part that I explained in part 2 was me talking about how I received the free ticket to go to Transformation Conference. Now, this whole entire summer is the fact of February and March. God was really pushing me. Like, I had this huge urge to go to the conference, and I was just like, I don't know why I did to go there, and kind of forgot about it. And then it's about like August, and he reminds me like, hey, this conference is coming up, and I'm just like, oh snap. But Lord, there's no funds, there's no ticket, there's no housing, there's no transportation, no squat diddly nothing. How is this going to happen? And I decided, let me just put my faith in God. Be like, what? I'm making this first video to say like, hey, I'm coming out there. I'm saying that I'm going to this conference. I'm going to have food. I'm going to have transportation. I'm going to have a place to stay. I don't know how this is going to happen, but God's going to do it. If not, then I'm just a fool for thinking he told me to do this type of thing. So that's the summary of everything. And the last thing I left off was the fact that I received a free ticket. Somebody had hit me up on Instagram, was like, hey, you looking for a ticket? And this is after it's been sold out, where you can't buy no more tickets, nothing like that. People are selling their ticket like crazy for like $200, $150. Like, they making sure they get a profit off this thing. And this person was like, hey, do you need a ticket? And I was like, yes, I do. And so they were like, yo, I got a free one. You can have mine for free. And I'm just like, what? And they're like, yeah. So I get the free ticket, and my mind's blown away. I tell my own friend, and she's like, all right, bet I got to get one too, type of thing. So this is where part 3 comes in. So now I have a ticket. My friend doesn't have a ticket and everything. So I was watching last Sunday's Mike Todd's sermon of, I think it was Wavy Faith. And in the sermon, he was pretty much talking about how sometimes how God can appear, but we don't know it's God. For example, he was referring to when the disciples on the boat and Jesus walking on water. And their first reaction was fear because they never seen him do that before. So they're just like, yo, is that a ghost type of thing? And sometimes when God shows up in our lives in certain ways, we don't know it's him. So our first reaction is to respond in fear. So all this is happening, my first reaction in fear is, well, maybe I'm supposed to go by myself. Maybe my friend not supposed to come along with me. She's so supportive. And if you know Coretta Little, like, she is super duper supportive. Like, I was telling a friend of mine, if God told me, hey, I need you to go in the wilderness and just sit there for a month and, just meditate on me, she was like, all right, bet, cool, I'm coming along with you. Like, that's how supportive she is. So I'm thinking maybe she ain't supposed to come along with me. I'm supposed to do this whole 14-hour drive by myself, but I'm just like, Lord, that's 14 hours. I just got my license a few months ago. I ain't trying to do that. But, I was responding in fear, and I started doubting on her behalf because I'm just like, she ain't got no ticket though, So it was last week, and I'm just like, all right, obviously she ain't supposed to come. I'm about to do this thing by myself. It is what it is. You could just confirm to her that she's not supposed to come. Then it made this conversation a lot easier. So I literally, at the time, I was brushing my teeth talking to God about this. So I get out the bathroom and I'm chilling, and I see my phone like blowing up. Like, I see somebody's picture, and it's her, and she's calling, and I'm just like, okay, I'll just hit up later. And so it's still vibrating. I'm like, man, something better be happening. Like, why is my phone blowing up? So I'm like, I'm hit her up later. So probably like 15, 20 minutes later, I call her. Before I call her, I see I have a message on Instagram. Now, hours beforehand, I had inboxed this lady and was like, hey, so you have free tickets. I have a friend that really needs one, etc., etc., etc. So I checked my inbox, and the person responded, and she's like, yo, is your friend? And she tells me the name, which is music_soulfedge. By the way, go follow just for Instagram and everything. And I was like, yeah, that's her. She was like, oh, well, I'm already talking to her. I'm giving her the free ticket. So before I even mentioned who she was, I was just like, yo, I have a friend, da-da-da. She was already speaking to her. What's up, Javin? She was already talking to her and was already giving a free ticket before I even told her who she was. And I'm just like, whoa, that's crazy. So I'm calling my friend, and she's like, bruh, like, I got a free ticket. She's telling me, she's from Sydney, Australia. This lady's from Sydney, Australia. She, thank you, Jasmine, for sharing. She, was like, me and my 2 daughters, we want to go to the conference. We already bought it. We already knew God would provide. But during my time of being with him, God was showing me, like, hey, I want you to give these tickets away. Now, if you go on my page and scroll back some, probably like a day or 2 ago, you will see a post from Little by Little. That's the name of the page. Watch that video because they are sharing their experience of this whole entire story. I can't go into details like them because I'm not them. So if you want the full details of their part, go follow Little by Little and watch their video, watch their live, and they explain everything in a lot more details because, like I said, I only know from my point of view, not from their point of view, and they can go into so much better stuff. And it also makes both stories a lot more fuller because they have some details, I have some details put together. You got a chunky peanut butter and jelly sandwich. All right, so she was like, yeah, I'm from Sydney, Australia. Me and my kids, we were going to go regardless. But God was pretty much telling me to give these tickets away for free and bless people. I already gave away 2 of these tickets. I want to give it to you. And so my friend she's telling me all this. I'm just like, man, that's mind blowing. So she's like, yeah, sure. I was love it. Da. So then the lady was like, and I also just want to sew into y'all traveling. Here is 200 Australian dollars just for y'all to have to go along with y'all traveling, stuff like that. And so just like, what? And so for my friend, she was kind of going to skepticalism, whatever that word is, because the lady was like, what's your bank information, da. And here in America, we don't do that. We don't share information like that. So our first thing is that's a scam. And in Australia, I guess it's different. And so I had to explain to the lady, I was like, no, we don't give out information like that. I was like, we do PayPal. That's easier cash out. She was like, yeah, your friend mentioned PayPal, but I don't have that. I was like, you don't have to have a PayPal account. All you need is the person's email address, and you can easily send them money that way without having an account. So then she hits her back up, was like, hey, you have a PayPal? And so she sends it that way. We're just like, wow, this lady don't know us from not a darn thing, and she's like, hey, here's your free ticket. And here's 200 Australian dollars, but turned into like 100 and something US bucks, stuff like that. So it was just like, yo, that's what's up. We could use that to get the Airbnb. Like, everything's working out. It's like, whoa, type of thing. All right. So we're just mind blown about that. The next day, I joined like a transformation online group on Facebook. So I was led to, my foot hurts. I was led to write in the group, and I was led to share like the whole entire story of everything that happened so far. Just to, in my opinion, I was thinking to like, okay, let me just boost their faith. So I did that, and somebody commented and was like, hey, inbox me for a place to stay. Now, for a moment, I was just like, no, we're going to get an Airbnb. We don't need your help. But in my head, I was like, you know what? Let me not say that. Excuse me. Let me see what she has to say. I hit her up, and she was like, hey, excuse me. I actually have a house that I'm trying to... Look at my nephew watching. But I have a house that I've been trying to sell and everything, but it's not selling, and it's empty. I don't really be in there like that. And my friends were like, hey, you should do like an Airbnb thing. And she was like, I don't really feel led to do that. So do y'all want to just stay at my house, for free? That's 3 bedrooms and everything is, she was like, there's, I think she said like a couple of chairs, a couch, something like that, and table for the kitchen and everything. Everything still works. AC, water, still running, stuff like that. I just can't sell it right now. And I'm just like, a free house? And I was like, how much you want? And she was like, oh, is this completely free? Like, I just want to do this for y'all. And I remind you, these people don't know us, not a darn thing. Like, they don't know nothing about us. They don't know nothing about me, my friends. They don't know nothing about us. And I'm just like, are you serious? Like, you want to give us your house for free to stay at? And she was like, yeah, like, I really want to do that. Like, I feel led to do that and everything. So I'm like, heck yeah, we doing that and everything. So I'm calling my friends like, yo, we just got a free 3-bedroom house for free. Ain't got paid not a darn thing. Then she was like, hey, I also going to go buy some air mattresses for y'all and everything, so y'all can have something to sleep on, get y'all some sheets, blankets, etc., etc., etc. So I'm just like, all right, cool. That's what's up. So now I'm just like, wow, we just save money right there. We don't got to use that for the traveling, for the place to stay and stuff like that. So now my friend's husband, Brandon, is like, all right, God is doing some amazing thing in your lives. I want to hop on board. I got to be a part of this. So he's inboxed me like, yo, help me get a ticket. And I'm just like, all right, bro, I'll see what I can do. So I'm adding him to the groups that I've been in. I'm tagging his name on different posts on Instagram, from Transformation Conference to Transformation Church to Mike Todd to whatever. I'm tagging him everywhere. And I'm trying to figure what happened next. We won't have much luck with that. And I know he was like, well, maybe I'm not meant to go. Maybe it's just supposed to be a y'all two thing, and that's it. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe da-da-da. And so his wife was like, yo, like, keep your faith up. You're good. So I think what happened was the fact of she ended up going out of state for something. And when she came back, she ends up calling me, and she was like, listen to this. And she hands him the phone, and he was like, I got a ticket. I'm just like, what? He was like, and for free. So now that's 3 of us who getting free tickets, free housing, free money. Like, people just giving us, money, stuff like that. I'm just like, bro, how did that happen? So like I said, scroll down my page and go to Little by Little, and you will see this whole entire testimony of theirs, because they can go in details, because like I said, I'm not them whatsoever. And so that I can remember, he was saying how a woman named Faith that he was starting to slowly lacking a little bit, hit him up, because he had commented on one of Mike Todd's posts, something like that, and was like, like I said, I don't remember, saying something, and she was like, what is stopping you from going? And he was like, a ticket. So she inboxed him, was like, well, I can sell it to you for da da da. He was like, I'm believing God for a free one because he did it for my wife and he did it for my sister. So I know he's gonna do it for me. Long story short, she was like, all right, you can have it for free. So now there's not one, not two, but three of us, free tickets to the conference, going into a 3-bedroom house for free, having the house to ourselves. Nobody else would be there. The owner won't be there. She's giving us the code to the house and trying to get us a copy of the key. Now, all that's happening. So now I'm just like, this is crazy. All this is happening. Like, now I remind you, when I first made this video on part 1, I was nervous. I was sick to my stomach because I'm just like, I'm coming out here to say I'm going to this conference. There's no traveling. There's nothing arranged. There's no money. Not a darn thing. But hey, if I'm a fool for Christ and it don't happen, then hey, I heard wrong. But if it does happen, then hey, he's a provider, So, and all this is not happening. So I'm just like, man, what is left? So we're just like, man, only thing left literally now is transportation to get there. So I think it was Friday night. No, it was Friday. They ended up hitting me up, and I've come to find out both of their vehicles now don't work. Like, they don't have no car, no nothing. And for my friend's husband, he was saying that he would go to the conference if they had somebody to watch their kids, because you gotta have a village to be watching your kids because people crazy nowadays. Long story short, her mother is gonna be watching the kids. So she was like, all right, y'all come get me, I'll watch the kids. Then the van messes up. So then it's just like, what's going on? What's happening? So a lady ended up from the church hitting up, and this was just like, hey, y'all take my van, y'all go get y'all mom, so that way she can watch the kids. So now I'm just like, hey, we're just going to give you my vehicle so you can just go to another state, 4-hour drive there, 4-hour drive back, get your mother so she can come watch the kids so you can go to the conference. So it's just like, this is a lot of favor dripping on all of us right now. But all right, cool, that's what's up. All right, so they ended up getting the mother-in-law coming back, stuff like that. So I believe it was Saturday, I ended up seeing that I'm part of like some messenger group, and it was my friend, her husband, and this other girl, my other friend. And I'm just like, why is she in this group? Because I was confused for a while. I'm just like, why is she in this group? Because my friend husband, he was posting what the weather was going to be like for Oklahoma and everything, and changing all of our names to like, you're not going to be named pilot, you're going to be attendant. And I'm just like, why is she in the group? I was like, okay, well, she's supportive too. If you know Coretta, then you know Kenya. Like, they mad supportive no matter what. So I'm just like, maybe she's in the group because she's just super supportive, and I don't know. So I didn't question it. I was like, all right, cool. So then my friend hits me up, like, oh yeah, by the way, Kenya got free ticket. It's just like, what? So now 4 people, 4 free tickets, free 3-bedroom housing. And by the way, people are donating. I'm getting random PayPals. Like, people inbox me, was like, hey, Crazy Faith, I want to donate. And I'm checking their thing, and this person is from Nigeria. I'm just like, you want what? I don't know you, but you want to donate? All right, cool. I'm not stopping you. I think I woke up one day, got a notification from PayPal. This person donated to you. I'm thinking it's the same person. Somebody completely different from New Jersey. I'm just like, who are you? And they're just like, God bless on your trip, and I hope this will be for transportation, for travels and everything. I'm like, who are you, Harpo? who are you? Like, this is crazy and everything. So we're on my side, I'm getting random donations. On their side, they're getting random donations. So it was just like mind-blowing type of thing. So now, like I said, only thing left is now literally transportation. And she got her ticket literally, what was it? I didn't find out till Saturday, so I don't know the time frame about that. So hopefully, little by little, probably go live tonight, and they can explain the whole entire thing in a lot more details. Or Kia may go live tonight. I don't know, but either way, you'll see it on my page. So, so today is Sunday, So little last thing we're looking for is transportation to get there. So my bro hits me up. Not Harpo. I had to think of somebody's name. I don't know. But my bro hits me up. He was like, so we got a card. I'm just like, what? So now I'm ready to hear, like, okay, we got a car to get there. What's the story and everything like that? So like I said, hopefully they do go live tonight because they can go in better details. But long story short, you know, somebody's saying, hey, go talk to this person, go talk to this person in church, talk to this person. You know what? Like I told y'all, their van got messed up on Friday, I believe. You know, we're going to fix y'all van for free. We're going to fix it this week. He's like, all right, cool, bet, that's what's up. We won't be here this week. We're going to Oklahoma. So he was like, all right, so what's the problem? So he's just like, we don't got no way to get there yet. So because of I'm going to keep saying, you know, the drippiness of favor over their lives and all of our lives, they were just like, you know what? We're going to fund for your car from Enterprise and get you the car for free to go to Oklahoma. Nothing. All we had to do was do the down payment. That's it. So I hope y'all getting this. 4 free tickets, a house that's 3 bedroom, nobody will be in it but us, for free, and a free vehicle to get there and back. I don't think y'all get it. Do y'all get that? Everything is free. Like, we haven't paid a single dime at all. And the last thing that we're believing God for, because everything else we believe God for is coming to pass. You know, I even said, like, you know, I'm believing God that someone be like, hey, take my vehicle, you know, you ain't got to pay for it, da-da-da. The last little bit thing that we're believing God for is the fact of we ain't paying for gas. That we'll show at the gas station. People like, you know what? I just want to flip y'all tank. I don't know who y'all are, but I want to fill your tank. And we're believing God for that because he's done it for every single thing else. And it's just like, why can't he do it for that? Crazy Faith, Baby Faith, Wavy Faith, the whole Faith series. You know, it's just like, bruh, he gonna do it. No question asked. I'm sorry. There's 2 things we're expecting God for. Which is the gas. And that he will, we're expecting a certain amount to receive for merchandise, of course. And the fact of, because this has been so free, we want to give, you know, to who? Have no idea who, where, no idea. So we are expecting to give. So if you would like to fund, to donate, whatever, let me know, comment or inbox me and I'll give it to you because we're covered. We are covered. We ain't really spending nothing except for merchandise to get there. Like, hey, we got a hoodie from, you know, the conference represent, you know, we represent Christ, you know, something like that. Other than that, like, best, I assure you, what people have gave so far, it's not really going to us. Like, it's really not. More than likely, I can't tell you what, and I really can't tell you where it's going to. I just know we're not having it. It's just sitting there right now, and I know that we're going to be giving it because God has been so freaking absolutely amazing and doing this whole entire thing, you know, literally was like 3 weeks away. He's like, hey, go on live and tell them that you're going to that conference, even though you don't have X, Y, Z, and ABC. Did all that. Nervous as a mug, like, all right, Lord, you're going to come through because I did go on live, you know. And he's like, like, I don't care. You know, he's like, you know what, just go. You know, just say it. And then just like, hey, I just want to sow into you going to the conference. So it's just like, you want to do what? I am going. Okay, well, then tickets get sold out. So it's like, okay, Lord, tickets sold out. Then it's like, hey, you need a ticket? Yes, I do. Tell my friend. They're telling her, hey, you need a ticket? Yes, she does. They're telling my bro, you need a ticket? Yes, he does. Tell my other friend, you need a ticket? 4 free tickets, you know. Then it's like, hey, I got a house that I'm trying to sell, but I think I'm going to keep it up for a while. Y'all want to stay in it for free? I'll just give y'all the code, give y'all an extra key. Come in and as you please, as if we know you for life. You know, we're complete strangers and people are doing this. So it's just like, yes, we'll take it. You know what? Because I know y'all ministry and what y'all doing in this church, we're just going to fund your car at Enterprise. And y'all just take the car and just go. You know, don't worry about it. Y'all have it for the whole week. Who does that? God does that. When the anointing is on people's lives, favor, anything else that you can think of, like, only God can do that. And it's freaking mind-blowing. Like, And we're still believing for the last two parts, which is the fact that we won't be paying for gas. We'll just show up at the gas station. You want to fill your tank? Well, thank you. And you know what? God bless you. Here, we're going to pay. We're going to invest in you. Whatever it may be. And then the last part is, continue to receive that last amount that we're looking for. So, like I said, if you want to donate, feel free. Like at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if we wake up tomorrow morning and both combined together we got $1,000. Like it wouldn't blow our minds. It will blow our minds, but Santa will be like, you know what, God, you, like Jasmine said, if he did it before, he will do it again. Same guy right now, same guy back then. Hey, you want to have me start dancing with that song, man? But it's like, right, and it's especially because you're literally going by faith, like speaking it, saying it, the whole 9 yards and everything. But like I said, if you want to, it's not even funding the trip no more, because that's fun. If y'all want to sow into to whoever we will be sowing into, then go ahead. Like I said, comment or inbox, and then I will give it to you. It's mind blowing. So tomorrow at 8 something in the morning, we will be off heading to Oklahoma. And the fact that all of this has been happening before we even left can only show you we don't know what we're about to step into. Just the travel to get in there. We don't know who we're going to contact with. We don't know that. We don't know how it's going to be just getting in that building into the state. Like, all this is happening and we haven't left yet. Like, we haven't touched no gas pedal. My bag is still ain't packed. My phone's on top of my bag right now. Like, it's still 97% packed. Like, I still got stuff to do, but it's just, man, mind blowing, just. Oh, and yes, and believe you're gonna meet Michael Todd and personally share. Yes, that's right. That's actually written down. I just forgot to mention it, but yes, that's also another expectation, is we will be meeting Pastor Mike Todd, taking pictures and telling him this whole entire story and everything. Man, it is absolutely amazing. Like, mind-blowing type of thing. Very mind-blowing, man. But I feel like I'm leaving something out, but I'm not sure. But no, man, be in expectation to whatever God is telling you to do, to where he's telling you to go. Be in expectation and just don't limit him. I could have been like, well, just give us the money to be able to rent a car. And he's like, I'm trying to give it to you for free. You ain't renting nothing. Like, it's for free. Because of liability issues, we had to do that security deposit, but we're getting it right back. So technically we're still not even paying nothing. It's just like, here, can you just borrow this real quick for me and then just hand it back to me in about a week? That's all it is. That's all it is, man. It's just, man, it is mind blowing. Just thinking about it. Like, and the fact of the matter is, I haven't even met some of these people yet in some of these groups, and they're posting about what they're going through. And for some, I'm just like, I will be meeting you because you're going to be receiving healing. I'm meeting you because you're going to get set free. Because they're posting about what they're going through, the health problems they're having. I'm just like, what's your number? We got to meet this week. We got to pray over you. Like, you're going to get set free. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Like, people going to get set free, delivered, healed, diseases gone. It's one person I know talking about how they have very bad asthma. I'm like, oh, you're going to be healed from that. Like, my husband used to struggle with asthma. He don't got that no more, and neither will you. Like, this is a huge movement. It's not they're just going to enjoy themselves and have fun and do this and that. Like, it is a whole lot bigger than what we even can imagine. It is a whole lot bigger than what we imagine. And people got to know, like, when God tells you to move, it's not because, well, are you doing it because somebody else is doing it? It's like, no, because God's telling you to move. Like, just go. Just go. Yes, ma'am. There is something big on the other side. I don't know what that is. But it is definitely big. Yep. And I know at the same time, like, traveling there is not no, okay, let's just sit in the car for a few hours. All right, take a break. You drive. That's not it either. It's going to the gas stations, divine appointments. Going to the store, divine appointments. It's not no. I know it's not gonna be no regular drive there, or a regular drive back. Nothing from since the 3 weeks ago when I first went live has said anything about it being regular. Like, it's not no regular type of thing. Like, it's all a supernatural experience. That's all I can say. It is a supernatural experience, and we still got more to go. That's why I said, like, I don't know when I go live again after next week. But when I do, man, it's gonna be a lot to tell, a lot to take in. It may be in parts. Man, there is no telling. But man, it's awesome, man. It's awesome. Like I said, I still haven't finished packing. That's why y'all see clothes everywhere. But man, it is awesome. It is awesome, and we just can't wait. I know we can't wait to go. Yeah, because I know it's not even just the great things God's doing for us, but what He's gonna be doing in us. Like, I know at the same time we're all gonna be changed as well, in whatever ways. It don't matter. We're gonna be changed by our faith, and has definitely hijacked this way up to another level when it comes to our faith. Seeing things, the miraculous, healings taking place. I'm believing seeing even, like legs extending, fingers growing, stuff that we don't normally see, but we should be seeing because we're spirit-led believers, and we should be seeing all these miracles happen all the time, but we don't, because we live in America, and our first thing to do is call 911 and There ain't nothing wrong with that, but when that's such an easy access, we don't really like to work our faith, because we're just like, we could just do that. Simple. Just pick up the phone call, hey, get you the ambulance, But when you're in another country, and Kenya can testify to that, when you're in another country where you can't just pick up a phone and be like, 911, I got an emergency. It's like, all right, look, I'm going to use my faith. We're going to pray over your hand, and we're going to do whatever we got to do. You're going to see again even though you're blind. You're going to hear again even though you're deaf. You're going to get set free even though you have autism. You're going to get free because even though you have bipolar, depression, schizophrenia, all different things, they don't cope with what they got. They're just like, no, I want to get set free, and I'm going to get set free now. And I'm really believing that's what we're going to be seeing over there. Not just there in that state, but from when we leave the parking lot of whoever place we're leaving from and going there, just the different stop. You're going to be seeing things happening. Like, it's all, like you said, Pam, God ordained. Right, Jasmine. I don't know what song that is, by the way. Who sings that, by the way? Man, while she's answering my question, any questions? Who's excited for part 4? Man. Tim Bauman Jr. I've been hearing his name a lot more often than usual. But right, he ain't nothing impossible. I know this has definitely helped me in the way of not limiting God and what He can do. Instead of letting Him to the point of, you know what, Lord, help me to get that next apartment. Be like, help me to buy the house and own it. Forget the next apartment. Let's just go straight for buying and owning the house. Even though physically it seems impossible because of this situation and that and that and that. But He did it with all this. Why can't He do it for that? Why is there like, okay, He can't do it for that part now because of these credentials, because of X, Y, and Z. No, He gonna do it then too. So it has definitely increased my faith like crazy. No more limiting. Like no more limiting at all whatsoever. The house is mine. Heck yeah, the house is mine. Shoot, next year, the house is ours. Let me add in Joe for that too. Next year, the house is ours. No more apartments. No, none of that. House, it is. Man, but I still got so much more to do to get ready and everything. But like I said, if you want to help out, like I said, it will not be for us, but to be for whatever God tells us to. Oh yeah, just own the whole entire complex. So, the whole entire thing. Just be the owner, the landlord. That's right. Just have the whole entire thing. But if you want to donate, not towards us, but to whatever we're gonna be doing, to wherever God leads, then you could definitely do that. Comment, inbox, and I'll give you information. Hopefully, Lord willing, the little by little will go live tonight, so they can explain more details about what I screwed up in and what I couldn't remember and everything. Even for Kenya, because she's watching right now. I don't know if she would explain her part, because I don't really know the full details of her side of the story either. But either way, like, there's testimonies after testimonies of this thing, and he didn't do it for us just to be doing it for us. He did it because he knows that people are going to be watching, like you. The ones who are watching the replay going to be watching. He wants people to know, like, I can still do the amazing, exceedingly, abundantly, above all that you could ever ask or think. And it has been above all that you could think. I don't think we ever thought about asking for a 3-bedroom house for ourselves for free. That would have never crossed my mind. Never crossed my mind. And the crazy thing I remember was the fact that when I first went live, I remember saying how we didn't have transportation. I was like, I don't know if we're taking a plane. I was like, or a car. I was like, but my husband does work for Enterprise, so it might be through there. And it was through Enterprise, but not the way I thought it would be, which would be through my husband. It was through a whole nother route, but it was still through Enterprise, so just to let folks know, like, just don't limit him. Like, man, he wants to do so much, but then we put him in a box. He's like, let me break free. I have so much to show you that you couldn't even imagine. It is something you can't even imagine. Like, he has so much in store. And I know some people may, because I have done this myself, when people would tell me their stories, I'm just like, man, that will never happen to me. Like, dang God, how you do it for them? Why don't you do it for me? And he's like, I want to do it for you. But first, let's get rid of that spirit of jealousy that you got right now inside of you. Let's get rid of that insecurity that you got inside of you, because what I'm doing inside of them and through them, I want to do through you. But there is no competition in the body of Christ. The same spirit, the same favor, the same anointing on all of us. It's on all of y'all as well. If you're in the body of Christ, like, it's nothing changes. There is no, man, they got more than me. Like, no. Like, change your mindset first. You got to believe that you are anointed, that you are bold, that you have purpose, that you are a child of God. So many different things. Because when you start lacking what you see in yourself, he's not going to go through you like that. He's like, I want to, but you got jealousy inside of you. Like, I can't work through that jealousy. Like, there is no competition. There shouldn't be no, well, I want to go, but how come you get to go all the time and you get to go and I can't go, all this stuff. What are you doing for God, first and foremost? Because if you're not even doing the small things he's asked you to do, why do you expect him to do big things for you? Like, that makes no sense. Like, he wants to do so much and he's like, all right, I want you to work with this. And you got it, and you're just like, but I like theirs better, because they look more gold, it looks bigger, it looks X, Y, and Z. And he's like, they have that because they work with this. And then I took them to this. And then I took them to that. But you can't get to this if you can't work with this. So work with what he gave you already and watch him move. Watch him use you in ways that you would never expect. Watch him work through you in ways that you would never expect. And the next thing you be like, man, there was nothing to be jealous about, because I'm going through the same process you went through. We don't just wake up one day and be like, you know what? He's like, hey, I'm going to give you like 15 things to work on. He doesn't do that. That's for anybody. He gives us small different things, the talents. That's in, I believe in Matthew. One got 1 got 3, 1 got 5. The one with 3 and 5 worked with what they had, and they received double. The one was like, let me not do nothing with this. You put it in the ground, master's coming back. Gotta put that in the ground, And he's like, you didn't do nothing with what I gave you. Don't hide what he's already gave inside of you. Work with it, because he rewards. And that's something, the word that we've been receiving for ourselves as the group is the fact of this, that he's rewarding us with what we've been faithful in what we have been doing, we've been diligent in. It's rewarding. And he's like, all right, y'all been faithful in this area. Well, it's time to jump it up. And when you see that, not just in our lives, but with everybody else's lives, rejoice in your brothers and sisters when different things happen to them, because he's like, I see you rejoicing with them. I'm about to increase what you got right now. And I'm not even talking about finances. I'm just saying, as in, whatever he's called you to do, whatever he told you to work on, be diligent in it and watch all that continue to increase. And the same thing he's done for all of us, he totally do for you. Did you just make this up on the spot, Jasmine, or is that like a legit real song? If it is, I want that song. That sounds so hype and hot right now. But but even Jasmine, the one who's commenting, and her mom, Pamela, they will be going to a conference next month. She has received her free ticket. They already got housing, and they'll be taking her car. Only thing they're expecting God to do is the fact of giving her mom a free ticket, and then the finances, just to be having finances for gas, for the merchandise, and whatever else. And they're believing as well, the same thing that he's done for all of us, he's going to do it for them. Not because of they just know it, because the fact of they got their faith tagged with it. Faith and expectation with that equals increase, equals it's going to happen. Like, you can know that God's the same person beforehand and he is now. You can know God has done it for them and da-da-da. But you ain't got no faith with it, it ain't going to happen. Because, like, you faithless generation, where's your faith? I knew it was a song, but I didn't know if it was like a remix. People doing like a Christian remix sometimes. I just didn't know that. But there's no faith with it. It's just not going to happen. You got to have faith with it. That tiny mustard seed can move mountains. And if it can move mountains, just imagine what it can do when that mustard seed grows. It turns to a giant tree, So, man, just keep holding on to your faith. Keep holding on to whatever it is. Keep holding on, no matter when it gets fuzzy and you're just like, how is this going to work? Just keep holding on, because the other side, as like our pastor said, the other side is waiting. Keep holding on, keep holding on. Right, faithful over, I don't mind to see that comment. Yeah, faithful over a few first. Faithful over a few. But, yeah, like I said, if you want to donate into whatever seed donation we'll be doing, then, let me know. And yeah, y'all won't hear from me for a whole entire week. But, yeah, this has been a fun, exciting journey, and it's still not over with yet. So stay tuned. We will probably do short little live videos, more than likely knowing them on the way there. I wouldn't be surprised. So y'all may see me tagging some stuff. If y'all see anything weird, ignore them. Ignore them. Just ignore them. But yeah, we're excited. We can't wait. I know the whole entire squad is like ready, pumped, hype, exuberated. I think that's a word. Excited, everything. But yeah, I think I'm going to go and finish packing now. So y'all have a blessed night, and I will talk to y'all next week.